What is going on, everybody? Ben back again for another reaction. Welcome to Rage Circus. So, guys, we have the third single off of Even in Arcadia by SleepToken coming out everywhere May 9th. This one is called Damocles. Now, when it came to Emergence, we got a really good opening for the album for kind of setting the tone on what to expect for Even in Arcadia. Caramel was more of a personal, kind of almost a nice way of putting a diss track towards the fans. Now, this one I'm really curious about because Damocles, if you know the definition, it is rather. It's not necessarily a positive term. So I'm excited to kind of hear what direction we go in for this one because obviously Emergence is very much so the sound that we think about when we think about SleepToken. Caramel was and I'll stand on this business. I got told that it wasn't a complete departure, but I thought Caramel was a complete departure by anything that we kind of knew by SleepToken, or at least anything that I knew and kind of felt and getting the vibes from them. So I'm expecting this one to be super different. So guys, without further ado, without any knowledge, this is Damocles by SleepToken coming off of the Even in Arcadia album, May 9th, 2025. Let's get it, y'all.
Falling like angels out of the dark and into a dream. Come all ye faithful, light up the sky for all to see. We're falling like angels.
All right, guys, welcome back. This is Damocles by SleepToken. Let's get it.
Oh, I've been waking up under blades, blue blossom days. If only Damocles would hit me back.
Whoa.
No alabaster carvings or faces on a farthing would prevent my head from fading to black.
Okay, hold on. 2 seconds. All right, everybody, I'm back. I just wanted to make sure that I had lyrics up, so we're going to run this back all over again. Let's get it.
Oh, I've been waking up under blades, blue blossom days. If only Damocles would hit me back.
Okay.
No alabaster carvings or faces on a farthing would prevent my head from fading to black.
Huh.
And it feels like falling into the sea.
Like drowning?
From outer space in seconds to me. And I play discordant days on repeat until they look like harmony.
Okay, so quick pause immediately. So when it comes to this, the last lines of that pre-chorus said, and I played these discordant days on repeat until they look like harmony. So basically, he's just trudging through every day, even though it's awful, but he's waiting until the sun shines naturally. So, like, he's kind of going through it until things feel okay. Homie's struggling. I'm assuming the entire band's struggling, especially since this, based on, like, what I'm getting lyrically, they're still struggling. Even though everything's like kind of looking okay on the horizon for them, you know, I'm getting a lot of like the same kind of feels and remnants from Caramel in a way. So let's keep this going.
When the river runs dry and the curtain is cold, how will I know if I can't see the bottom? Come up for air and choke on it all. No one else knows that I've got a problem. What if I can't get up and stand tall? What if
See, now we're getting hopeful.
days are all gone? And who will I be when the empire falls? Wake up alone and I'll be forgotten.
Okay, before we keep going. And who will I be when the empire falls? Wake up alone and I'll be forgotten. Okay, so this basically kind of rings to the fact that they feel like they are victims to their success. And they're also afraid, and I'm assuming, like, speaking through Vessel's perspective or the man behind the mask, if you know, you know, where everything's kind of awful or feels kind of awful with, the kind of the things that comes in with success, obviously blowing up, you never get a private moment. People are obsessed with your shit. There is no quiet sentence, no quiet moment for you. But at the same time, it's like through all of that, through every single bad thing, they don't want to be forgotten. It's like when this is all over and the heat kind of settles and the things kind of start to die down, and things start to dial back a little bit. Is it all going to be worth it? Is he still going to be remembered? It's very human comparatively to almost the deity that Vessel plays and like the almost like higher power that he's always kind of praying to in a way, and kind of worshiping. We're taking a step back and we're pulling back the curtain a little bit, and we're kind of getting what's inside the mind of the man behind everything. So it's a very interesting song so far, and we're only a minute and 14 out of I think it was like 4 minutes and 25 seconds. So this is pretty great so far. So I'm gonna run it back a couple seconds, and then we're gonna keep it going. And I'm just gonna let it play for a little while. Whoa, this sounds older, like older SleepToken. Dude. People are always talking about like, oh my god, this isn't, just for a rough example, oh my god, this isn't SleepToken, this isn't the SleepToken I wanted, this isn't the SleepToken I was expecting. Like, dude, not every song is gonna be this crazy fucking masterpiece. Sometimes they just want to write a soft ballad, or they just want to write something more on the emotional standpoint, or people are comparing rather their old material to what we have now, and kind of dissecting all of the differences and almost making them into flaws. But like, you gotta understand, man, not every song can be super heavy. Not every song can have all these crazy fucking chords. Like, sometimes these people just want to sing about human emotions and just kind of get something out there that is heavy, but not in the same way that you would think, So this one verse is already kind of just like, dude, I can't always be killing it, man. Like, I need a break too, like I need to make something that I want to make and not just kind of have to please everybody, like I want to please myself too. So I'm gonna run that back a little bit. I'm sorry I'm pausing so much, dude. Like, these lyrics, the whole feeling and vibe of the song, and just kind of this different approach to the music that we've gotten, than we've gotten in the past. So I'm really excited about this. Let's keep it going.
Shadows will do anything but feel the same. It feels like falling into the deep.
Like, this pre-chorus leading into the drop of the chorus, man, is so good because it kind of just grabs the whole feeling. Gotta keep on keeping on, man. Here it is, dude. This is so good. This almost feels more alternative. Dude. All right, quick pause, real quick again. But what if I can't get up and stand tall? What if the diamond days are all gone? And who will I be when the empire falls? Wake up alone and I'll be forgotten. There's more questions to this. It's like, we're still kind of reeling in, or it feels like, in my perspective, that we're still kind of reeling in from the success to Take Me Back to Eden, which was their biggest album and like their biggest draw. Like, they blew up from that album. And now it's like, they've been riding this high. They've been doing all of these things as a successful band. They've been playing arenas, they've been playing stadiums, compared to the small shows that they were. And, they're living off this, but at the same time, through all these bad days, it's like, it's fleeting. Life is super short. It's super fleeting. And you really do want to make a mark on this world while you're here, because you only have a little bit of time. And at the same time, like, there's a fight with everything. And, like, where the days are hard, it's kind of a curse being a victim of your success. But at the same time, it's like, through that, you still want it all to be worth it. And that's kind of where we're at. Yep, no problem is bigger than anybody else's. Yes, dude. Just the fucking piano, dude. Very almost Charlie Brown-esque, kind of like Euclid. Fucking tune, man. It doesn't matter how reserved he is, it feels magical. Dude, yeah. 2 is my guilty pleasure, just letting y'all know. Wow, man. Nice little piano outro. Oh. 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 This motherfucker gonna burn down soon, dude. This motherfucker gonna burn down soon. We're getting those flashes at the end of every visualizer of things just going worse. Things just getting worse, man. Wow, man. All right, so that was SleepToken, Damocles. Let's talk about it for a little bit, shall we? Welcome back. That was SleepToken, Damocles, official audio visualizer. Yeah, so in my opinion, that kind of just fell in like the same line as Caramel, you know, like it wasn't necessarily a diss track to the fans, but we're getting more interpersonal feelings of, you know, the people behind the entire getup of SleepToken and behind, you know, the Regia, so to speak. It's a song about being a victim of your own success and not knowing what, you know, the future holds, you know, not knowing, you know, what once everything's said and done, what is it going to be like? You know, like where are we, you know, like am I going to be forgotten? Where are we going to go from here? They blew up really fucking quick. Like really quick. Like I know that, you know, Sundowning came out some time ago. This Place Will Become Your Tomb came out some time ago. Take Me Back to Eden was 2023 alone. You know, in Take Me Back to Eden, like I've said in previous SleepToken reactions, which by the way, if you guys don't know, I've reacted to every single SleepToken song that there is. They blew up really fucking quick. Really fucking quick. And we're already in a point in their career where how do you top it? You know, how do you top the last masterpiece with another one? And how do you also, you know, be able to keep all the things that you set out to keep, you know, to the vest, you know, including identities, which are already out there. You know, there's just so many questions, you know. Will they be able to top the last thing? Will they be able to stay relevant, you know, through the successes of other bands, you know, through their own success, you know, like are they going to be able to immortalize this feeling, you know, every single time? And that's a very scary thing, you know, the unknown and, you know, kind of trying to top what you did last time is always a challenge. But, you know, when it comes to SleepToken, it's on a completely different level. You know, the mystique, the lore that goes into this band, you know, the effort that it takes to get this deep into songs and to be able to talk about the hard things that are not easy to talk about, especially when it comes to kind of pouring out what's going on inside you. But this was solid, man, and I'm really excited to check out the new album coming out May 9th everywhere. I believe this might be the last single. I don't think we're getting anything else, especially since we're already cutting it super close to the line. But guys, thank you so much for checking out this reaction. If you guys like this content, please hit the subscribe button down below and hit the post bell notification when another upload gets uploaded. Whoa. Or I go live. You guys can follow me on social media everywhere down below in the description. And again, thank you guys so much for following me on this journey, and I'm stoked to check out the rest of the album. So, like always, guys, be safe, stay safe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.